Actually, most people here live in the north because there's a huge desert, and obviously people prefer to live in um who wants to live in a desert?
So you said most people live where?
In the north of the country.
Oh, I see. Is the north up against the ocean?
Yeah, uh, not the ocean, the Mediterranean Sea.
Do you have a boat?
No, but I wish I had one.
If you had a boat, would you become a fisherman?
No,
Do you like fishing? Have you ever gone fishing before?
no, never.
How sad. You've never been fishing before.
Why is it sad?
Because fishing's a nice, relaxing activity that makes you feel calm and you could also eat the fish if you wanted to.
Have you tried fishing before?
Yeah, I fish. I fish.
How often?
You know, I've gone fishing like 4 or 5 times in the last couple of years. Um, but I used to fish mostly in rivers and lakes. But lately I've started fishing off of the piers into the Pacific Ocean.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I don't even mind really if I don't catch anything. Kimberly is much more concerned about catching something. She's not happy if she doesn't catch something. Me, I'm happy to sit there and bait bait the hook and throw it into the water and try over there and try over here, and it doesn't really matter.
I think I'd be concerned about not catching something as well.
Oh. Well, I think the reason I'm not concerned about it is it's really um it's really only uh fishing that makes me feel relaxed. It's like the only thing that'll will make me just feel not in a hurry, not restless, not enthusiastic, not anxious, not just relaxed. Is this one done? Yeah, it's done.
I schedule 1 hour every day to not do anything. It helps me relax.
So what do you do when you're not doing anything?
I just sit somewhere on the couch or I just lie in bed and do nothing.
Hmm. Do you think?
Yeah, I do think.
Is your mind racing during that time period, or would that be an inaccurate description?
No, it's not racing. It's actually relaxing. And if I don't force myself to stop doing things, I'll just overschedule my day. So I have to make myself stop for an hour.
I see. I like to have like work or doing stuff overshadow, like take over the day. I like that phenomenon. But I also like to be relaxed sometimes. I don't understand why I can't figure out how to unlock the room. There. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna look at the dashboard here. What time is it? It's 1:45 in the morning. That's pretty early or late or whatever.
It's 10:45 here a.m.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do there? Do you go to school? Do you work? Are you a housewife or what?
Yeah, I go to school, agricultural engineering.
Agricultural engineering?
Yep.
Is that like how to rotate crops and stuff like that?
Yeah, kind of. Not only, but yeah.
Right on. That sounds interesting. You have limited fresh water supplies in Algeria, I'm guessing.
Did you say limited?
Yeah, limited fresh water supply in Algeria.
Yeah. How do you know that?
Oh, I'm a debate coach. So, because I'm a debate coach, I have to know all kinds of random shit. Like, I don't have to know it. I just ended up learning it over the years. Like, the current Lincoln Douglas topic is the United States should provide no military aid to authoritarian regimes. And so, for example, one of the pieces of information I just sort of drew from my memory was from a previous topic that was about Zimbabwe's hyperinflation and post land redistribution woes under Mugabe. So, I referenced that piece of information that I had found in the past for a different topic. I pulled it up in cause I save all my documents. It's like I have this massive pile of debate cards and evidence and shit from over the years that I've done. And that's why I know about lots of stuff that normally people don't know about, because I read about it, encountered it in a debate tournament, or related to some topic that I had to prep. And I prep a different topic every month for public forum, a different topic every 2 months for Lincoln Douglas, which is different than the public forum topic. And I don't do policy right now, but if I did, then that would be a year-long topic area. It's all about international shit, national shit, whatever, policy, All those formats are really fundamentally about policy and justification and legitimacy and ethics and stuff like that.
I studied political science for 2 years before, and I quit because it got too boring.
Well, I mean, political science versus, say, politics or political analysis are different things. Political science attempts to be like a sociology kind of soft science, but that makes it boring, like you're saying.
Yeah, that's why I quit.
It's much more interesting as an object of analysis. In other words, you're not analyzing the people; you're analyzing the politics, and or as a thing, an endeavor. You know, to engage in political endeavor of some sort is more interesting than to simply try to mechanize, I guess, the interplay of political forces or something. I'm not sure. What do they do in political science exactly?
Exactly what you said.
Okay. So, because it denies the primacy of any ideas as a starting point, which is fine, except, you know, it's an inaccurate modeling of reality, because ideas have rhetorical slope. You know, some things are more easily defensible than others. So when you're done with your school, you're going to be a farmer, or what?
Yeah, I'm going to be an engineer, a farmer.
Where do you want to grow? You want to grow weed?
No.
You should grow weed.
I know it's profitable.
Because no, not for profit. Does Algeria currently have a good supply of weed? Are you able to get it easily and cheaply?
No, we get it from Morocco.
Okay, well, maybe it's time for you to make your mark as Algeria's #1 weed grower.
Okay, I'll think about it.
You can call it Katie's Weed. That could be your brand name. Okay,
that's a cool name.
That's a good brand name, right? That's some NI right there.
Mm-hmm.
Katie's Weed. I'll be keep my eyes out for it in the dispensaries around here, because you know you'll be able to, it will cost a lot, but you could ship it over here and then they could sell it in the dispensaries here in California. I could be your import-export person.
Great. I would love that.
How friendly is Algeria to weed?
It's not friendly at all.
What do they think about it?
It's illegal to grow weed and possess it.
What happens if you get caught?
I go to jail.
For how long?
I'm not sure.
How pleasant are Algerian jails?
Very pleasant actually.
Really?
Too pleasant.
Too pleasant.
Too pleasant for criminals, I mean.
Do you kind of want to go to jail?
No.
It's not that pleasant.
I have too many goals.
Is one of your goals to become Algeria's #1 weed grower?
No. One of those goals is to become one of the richest people here.
One of the richest people in Algeria or the world?
Algeria first, and then why not the whole world?
Algeria first. It's a good idea. That's naturally that way. You can't. If you make your second goal, you can't help to have made your first goal. In other words, the second goal supervenes upon the first being met.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you going to do that if you're not going to become Algeria's #1 weed princess?
Well, I'll just have to grow other highly valued crops.
Like pineapples?
But you can't grow pineapples in Algeria. Unless you do, what's it called? Hold on. I never actually did research about pineapples, but
Alright, so listen. The negative Nancy's out there will tell you you can't grow pineapples in Algeria. But I'm here to tell you you can if you try hard enough. So I want you to go find yourself a plot of desert and plant an acre of pineapples. Now here's the trick to making them grow. You gotta find some water from someplace and water them a lot.
well, there's plenty of water in the desert.
Okay, well that's the thing is okay. So what do you need to do to become rich? Make a desalinization plant first of all. Why are we not all taking more advantage of our desalinization technology and desalinating the fuck out of a bunch of ocean water? Why? I don't know. Fresh water is worth money. Why not make it out of the ocean water? And you can plant your pineapple patches right next to your desalinization plant. Surely there's some chunk of North African coast that you could pick up cheap and build a desalinization plant. All you gotta do is worry about security, but if it's not secure enough, you could hire a private security firm and probably still have enough money, profit left over to make money, you know? Especially with all those pineapples. Pineapples will bring a high price in the Algerian markets because what? Homegrown Algerian pineapples? I've got to spend $5 Algerian on that. That's what people will say.
It's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
the currency here is called dinar.
Dinar?
Yeah.
Okay. That's also the currency in Egypt, isn't it?
In Egypt, I think it's called Junay.
Which countries have the dinar? I'm going to Google it. Which
Libya, Algeria.
countries use the dinar? Algeria, Bahrain, Iraq, Jordan. 5 more rows. Algeria, Bahrain, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Libya, Macedonia. Aw.
Macedonia too? Wow. I didn't know that.
Serbia and Tunisia. If I have 40 Macedonian dinars, how many Algerian dinars do you think I can buy? Let's find out. Let's find out the conversion rate from Macedonian dinars to Algerian dinars. Okay. Let's see. Currency exchange.
I don't think you'll be able to buy that much.
Macedonian dinar to Algerian dinar. One Macedonian dinar equals 2.2 Algerian dinars. So their money's worth more than yours. Macedonia is kicking your ass. What are you going to do about it, Algeria?
Of course, the government is going to print more money to deal with that.
Oh, then your thing will be worth even more. I mean, you have more of your thing to buy their thing. Where is Macedonia anyway? Macedonia.
It's near Greece. I think it's north. It's north of Greece.
Republic of
Am I correct?
Macedonia. Macedonia, officially the Republic of Macedonia, is a country in the Balkan Peninsula in Southeast Europe. It is one of the successor states to the former Yugoslavia, from which it declared independence in 1991. Huh. It's
I was
land.
also thinking about. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was thinking about getting into the gold trade business, but I have no idea to do that. Do you have any knowledge about
The gold
field?
trade?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you wanted to do that, you should open up a shop and put a sign that says, "We buy gold." That's what they do here in the United States. And then you pay people for their gold somewhat less than the market rate for gold. So it's like they bring in their gold chain, you check to make sure it's authentically gold, and then you weigh it, and let's say it weighs like 1 ounce. And let's say 1 ounce of gold is the market rate is $1,000. Well, you'll only pay them $800 for it, you see. And then the rest of it, then you sell it to somebody else, I guess, at closer to market rate. I don't know who you'd sell it to. I guess you'd probably sell it to, who. Let me see. Who actually buys gold at market rate? Actual gold, like, who actually buys gold at market rate? Prospective gold and silver buyers often ask themselves, how can I buy silver or gold with my poo? The answer is you can't. Prospective gold and silver buyers often ask themselves, how can I buy gold or silver at the spot price? The reality is that under normal circumstances, gold and silver cannot be bought at the spot price. The reason for this is the fact that dealers charge markups and the dealer also has a buy price and a sell price spread. Buyers of gold and silver can, however, try to buy their bullion or coins for as close to the spot price as possible. Now let's look what the spot price is. When it comes to spot prices, such as the spot price for gold or silver, there seems to be a great deal of confusion over how the spot price is determined. Here we will outline what spot prices are and where they come from. It's important for one to understand what the spot price actually means. The spot price is simply the price at which a commodity could be transacted and delivered on right now. This is in contrast to futures or forward contracts. The spot price of gold refers to the price of 1 ounce of gold, and the spot price of silver refers to the price of 1 ounce of silver. Gold and silver must be specific fineness requirements. Okay, so on August 19th, the spot price was $1,295 per ounce. If I were looking to buy that at that price, I'd have trouble finding it at exactly that price, actual gold at that price, because there'd be some sort of markup from the dealer who's selling the actual stuff. You could buy futures, which involves, I don't know, that's different. I'm not into finance really, but so basically, if you wanted to make money in gold, the best thing you do is you pay people, say 30% less than the spot price, and then you sell it for close to the spot price, maybe a little above it. You probably have no problem selling it at the spot price because people have trouble getting it at that. If you bought it at 30% below spot price, then you'd be in good shape. What it would take is an initial capital infusion. My guess is people in Algeria probably would, at least some people, I mean they do here in America, would settle for 70% of their value of their gold to make it easy to just sell it on the spot like that. That's what the people here do. If you don't have a We Buy Gold store yet in Algeria, you could be the first one to set that up, and then you can get really rich. People go, oh, we need cash. Well, I've got this gold bracelet. Well, go take it to We Buy Gold.
Mm-hmm. So do you own any gold?
I have a little bit of gold. I've got like old gold wedding ring from my last marriage. Maybe that's it. I'm not into jewelry. And as a commodity, no, I don't have any. I don't own any commodities like that.
Well, the thing is, the Algerian Prime Minister is going to print more money, as I just said. So I'm thinking about buying gold to protect my purchasing power.
Protect the value of your money, sure.
Protect the value of my money.
Because gold will retain its value better than in your inflated currency.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's smart. You should.
It would also be nice to make money off of buying and selling gold. So
yeah,
I might try that.
I mean, the other thing you could do, you don't have to necessarily buy gold or silver. If you anticipate this inflationary period, convert most of your money to a different currency. You can do that a lot more easily, you know? And then just
would be the... Go ahead.
Okay, well, look. Let's say you're in Zimbabwe and you get inflation doubling every 25 hours. So you set aside 100 dinar for the week and you buy your groceries and stuff. At the beginning of the week, that was enough to buy your groceries. At the end of the week, you would have only gotten one apple, for all the money you spent on groceries. Okay? So your 100 dinar at the end of the week is worth way less than the 100 dinar was at the beginning of the week because you've got runaway inflation. However, you didn't keep all of your dinars in dinars. Most of your dinars you converted into euros or something. And so next week we need to buy groceries again, only this time they cost 1,000,000 dinars. Well, that's fine because the currency it will convert accordingly. So the currency will be like, well, we don't take euros. Well, that's fine because now my 1 euro buys 1,000,000 dinars. So fine, I'll pay 1,000,000 dinars for this loaf of bread. It's still the same 1 euro's worth of value to me because I had all my currency converted into euros. Know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
You can make money doing that too if you can figure out, you can get a handle on the shifts in currency valuations. Like this one's going to become more valuable pretty soon. And you buy it with your currency, wait for it to go up in value, and cash it out again back into your currency, functionally making yourself richer in your own currency, even though within the currency itself you never actually became richer, which is kind of funny. You gotta be able to know get the trends right, and you gotta have some, but you should be able to do it. You got TE, and your SE is seeking, but you can pull it out of your ass when you need to. We don't get a lot of Algerians around here. We did have somebody before who was from Morocco.
You just have what?
I said, we don't really get any Algerians around here. We did have somebody before who was from Morocco who was a regular that hung out a lot, you know, that we talked to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And do you consider yourself a typical Algerian, or are you weird for an Algerian?
I'm very weird for an Algerian.
I see. So, what are some ways?
Especially weird for an Algerian woman.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that, but I figured it might be a little bit of a touchy subject or something. Tell me more.
What word? About what?
About how you differ from the norms.
Well, I'm 21 years old, and most females here are, feminine, and they're married by now. Some of them have kids. I've had classmates who have kids now, and I'm still in school and thinking about becoming rich and things like that. Women don't aspire to such things here.
I see. Does society frown at you for your deviance from its standards?
It doesn't frown at me for wanting to make money and be an eternal student, keep learning things and stuff. But it does frown at my sort of lack of femininity. Well, I am feminine, just not as feminine as feeler women.
Do you wear a burqa?
No.
Do most people in Algeria, most women in Algeria wear a burqa?
No.
Do you wear jeans?
I used to, but not anymore.
Do you wear Daisy Dukes? Would you ever wear
What's
Daisy
that?
Dukes?
What's that?
I'll show you here on the screen. Let's see.
But I do wear head covering.
Oh, you wear a head covering?
Yeah.
See, these kinds of pants here are called Daisy Dukes. These little pants like this. Do you ever wear those? Would you ever go out like that?
No, I would never do that.
Oh. Yeah, so like, this is an extreme version of Daisy Duke, but they're kind of like this. I think this is Daisy Duke. The original wearer of the Daisy Dukes. Oh no, this is Raquel Welch, auditioning for Marianne. Who's that? Hot twins Adelina and Alina? Yeah, those are Daisy Dukes. What about this? That's not Daisy Dukes. That's a loincloth. And that's a dress. That's Daisy Duke. That's the original Daisy Duke. Okay, so now you know what Daisy Dukes are.
Well, they look nice, but I would never wear one.
What would happen if you did? Would people scold you?
They wouldn't scold me, but they would stare disapprovingly.
I bet a lot of them would stare approvingly. Secretly.
Of course the men would.
Yeah. Yeah. See, here's the thing. I don't think Arabin have figured this out. If you play it cool, the chicks will start wearing less and less clothes around you. You know, it's like, But if you play it all scoldy, then you never get to look at any chicks. Pretty obvious, really, but I don't know. They don't seem to quite get that. Well, granted, there are some circumstances when, like, cleavage and butt cheeks hanging out of your pants is inappropriate. Like, say, a funeral. It would probably be inappropriate.
It is inappropriate.
Yeah. Well, it depends whose funeral. If it's like a stripper's funeral, maybe that's just their culture. What kind of government do you have in Algeria?
It's called. Hold on. I have to look up a translation.
It's called Algeria's government.
It's called حكومة رئاسية. Or hold on.
Rikuma Haseo?
رئاسية.
Wait, say it again.
حكومة رئاسية.
Rikuma Haseo. Something
You
like
sound like you're speaking Spanish.
Well, I do speak a little Spanish.
Oh. No, I speak French and Arabic. I did German in high school, but I forgot everything I learned.
You guys have a lot of French stuff there, like baguettes and
Yeah, baguettes, pain au chocolat, things like that.
You guys probably like soccer a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Do you like soccer, Katie?
No.
Is your name really Katie? That doesn't seem like a common Algerian name.
No, it's not common. It's actually Katyoshka.
Oh, well, that's Katie-ish.
Well, I have an Arab name.
Katiosho, it sounds Italian.
It's actually from Eastern Europe.
Katiosho, huh?
Oh, it's a presidential system.
Presidential system. How did you get your president? Do you vote for it, or what?
Yeah, we have President Bouteflika. We didn't technically vote for him. Have you heard of the quote-unquote civil war in the 90s in Algeria?
No, not really.
So the current president at the time quit his job, and Bouteflika, I think he was an ambassador, or I think he was an ambassador in the Arab Gulf. So he came here, and he was, I think he was anointed president by the army, and he was president ever since.
Oh. One of those kind of things, huh? How oppressive are they?
What do you mean by oppressive?
Like, if you were to go outside and hold up a sign that says, I don't like the current government, I would like to see it replaced, what would happen?
Well, if you're just by yourself and you say that, no one would do anything. But if you rally people with you and start screaming that, then the police would stop you.
Beat you with sticks?
No, not beat you. I don't think they would.
I see. Is the country, you think, generally pretty pleased with the government?
Not really, no.
What do you think common complaints in the country are?
How do you say the chômage? People who don't have jobs.
Oh, unemployment.
Joblessness.
Unemployment.
Yeah, unemployment.
I see. What kind of jobs do people want to do? Like, I mean, what what kind of industry do you have, or what's going on with your economy?
Um, Most people seek government jobs. They avoid agriculture. They also seek jobs in, how do you call that? Hold on. Why do I keep forgetting words? God.
Say again.
Tourism.
Tourism. Oh. Do you guys get a lot of tourists?
In this city, yes.
Would you have some monuments to look at, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Right on.
There are Roman monuments. The desert also gets lots of tourists. It's very beautiful.
Is it safe there?
The desert?
No, in Algeria. Like, if I went and
Yeah,
traveled
it's
there,
safe.
would I be safe?
Yeah, it's very safe.
Is alcohol illegal?
No, it's not illegal, but it's it's hard to get alcohol. Not everyone has access to it.
They probably have it at the hotels.
Yeah, there's one store I've seen downtown. Just the one, but I'm sure other people sell alcohol without any license.
Not very many people drink.
No, not many people drink. It's an Islamic country.
Right. Yeah. I used to drink. I don't drink anymore at all. So it used to be something I'd think about when I thought about traveling places. I was like, I wouldn't want to travel anywhere where they don't have alcohol. But now that's not really a consideration anymore. But you guys don't let people smoke weed either. So, like, what drugs do you let people do?
You think you need drugs to enjoy a trip abroad?
Well, I mean, it would be fine if I had enough Adderall, I guess. That's prescription drugs. I could bring it with me. It's in a bottle from the pharmacy, got prescribed by the doctor. I'm sure they wouldn't take that away from me, my Adderall. But yeah, I like smoking weed. It's hard not to smoke weed. I have before. I've traveled places where I can't before, and I just deal with it. But I like smoking weed.
Would you say you're addicted to it?
Well, I guess it would depend on how you define addiction. Not in any meaningful sense. When it's not available because I'm out of the state or whatever, I just do without. It's easy to quit. But I'm very habituated to it. Like I am with cigarettes. Cigarettes are I'm much more addicted to cigarettes. Than anything I've ever been addicted to. I quit drinking because I was an alcoholic, but I was never really addicted to alcohol either, not in any meaningful sense. I wasn't physically addicted to it. I was just a drunk. And compared to a lot of people in Alcoholics Anonymous that talk about their drinking and stuff, for somebody who was very much at the end of his drinking time, my drinking career was over. I was at a rock bottom spiritually, you might say, but I was at a very, very much not a bottom in any other sense. Like professionally, I was doing fine. I had my family and whatever, but anyway, towards the end is when I drank the most ever, which was every day for sure, and getting drunk every day. but it would still be substantially less quantity of alcohol than most people would report having drank in the equivalent phase for themselves. So I was kind of a lightweight, you know. It didn't take me that much, and that's probably why I got less physically impacted from it than most people. It's a bad drug. You know, if you're gonna make one drug illegal, the one that would make the most sense to make illegal would be alcohol, and yet it's the one that's legal in most places. They should make all the other drugs legal and alcohol illegal if they have to have something be illegal, because it's the most dangerous drug. It's the only drug that makes you have bad judgment and make bad decisions.
I agree.
So, I'm glad I don't drink anymore because obviously it didn't suit me. Everything good that's happened in my life has happened, well, not everything good, but like, except for the birth of my daughter and some stuff that, I mean, I had a pretty good second marriage. It was pretty okay. But all the exciting stuff in life has happened since I quit drinking. That's when I started the YouTube channel. That's when everything happened. I got divorced. After I quit drinking, I got divorced because of lots of reasons.
You're talking about the INFJ, right?
I'm talking about the ESFJ. I was first I was married to, I think, an ISFP, and that was awful, and we got divorced. She cheated on me, and that was awful.
Oh.
I never even really liked her to begin with. It was a weird marriage. I wanted a kid, and she seemed to be able to produce one for me, so, you know, I married her, impregnated her, had a kid, then got rid of her ass, you know. Well, she got rid of herself, sort of, after I found out about that shit. But the good thing is, because she got pregnant like right after we got married, I didn't really have to worry about whether it was mine or not. Besides which, Delilah is obviously my kid. She's so much like me. But anyway, after I got rid of that wife, I got a second wife who was a good mother for Delilah and a good wife for me and took care of me, and that was the ESFJ. A good woman. You know, I don't got any problems with all my friends are dead. Is that a book title?
That's an album cover.
An album cover? Who's the artist?
Frankie Gage.
Was he super old when he made that album?
I think he was just super tacky.
Oh. I like that as an album title when I'm like 95 years old.
Then it's appropriate. Yeah, I don't think that he was super old. He's just unfortunately titled. I think it's like a gospel Christian album.
Called All My Friends Are Dead?
Well, usually, like, the worst album covers are Christian music groups from, like, the 1970s.
Huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. His name is Freddie Gage. Not Frankie Gage. Freddie. I'm just looking a little closer at the picture.
Freddie Gage, huh?
There was another album cover that I wanted to make my profile picture, which was these two, like, zealous guys singing with flames in the background, and it was something about masturbation and going to hell, but it wouldn't fit in the tiny little circle.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was very distressing for me that I could not get it to fit. But all my friends are dead will work, yeah.
Got JPG. I want it to be size large. I'm looking for a specific album cover that I think I bought the album at Goodwill or something because it was just so, what you're saying, like the Christian album cover that you just think, wow, how did these people not realize that this was a bad idea?
Well, see, that's the mystery. That's the intrigue for me. It's just asking myself, how? Why? Like, what led you to this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, basically?
Yeah. It's an interesting question for these sort of things. Let me see if I can find this thing I'm looking for.
Perhaps you can find it on this list of the worst album covers of all time. Lots of Christian classics on there.
Eric, I just got you a smorgasbord. I got some people from my Discord channel, and if you would like to type them, talk shit, whatever you want to do, they're gonna be in. I hope it's not...
They're gonna come in here? That's fine, cool. I'm looking for a thing I wanted to find.
But mainly because I think I might be drawing some more MBTI interest, and at least one person in that channel or at least knew what I was talking about. She's like, I think I'm an INFJ, or at least from the tests I took. I'm like, oh shit, someone knows about this.
That's cool.
And actually, as shitty as my analysis is, I think she might be an INFJ, but I really would like some secondary opinions.
I don't know why you think your analysis is shitty, but sure, I'd be happy to provide opinions. I got a whole bag full of opinions.
I don't have the confidence because I don't know, it feels like I tend to be too erratic with how I try to define individual cognitive types. Like, I'll end up trying to approach, like, NI or NE from one standpoint, and then I'll have, like, this radically different example, and I'm like, well, they kind of correlate, but it's really hard to connect those two.
Listen, you examples, you're being radically different, and I don't like it. That's what you gotta tell them, Cade. Otherwise, you're never gonna get anywhere with that. I like this picture. This is one of my favorite pictures. This does not have anything to do with the album cover, though. But this picture makes me happy to see it again. Let me share it with you. Yeah?
I'm legitimately thinking about buying a tobacco pipe.
We got one of those long rig scoopers. Alright. That's Capillo. I got her to put the shirt over herself like that. She earned that shirt.
Earned it?
Oh yeah, she did. I had like 5 or 6 of those made, and I gave them only to women I slept with. And when she slept with me, you got one of those shirts. And surprisingly, women were happy about getting the shirt. You'd think they'd be kind of insulted.
I think maybe you're going for the low-hanging fruit. Back in the past, before Kim, you know? I mean, a woman that's excited to get a t-shirt, like, after... Yeah.
Well, I mean, look.
Probably a reason.
I'm
She's probably homeless and she needs the shirt.
No, that was Capillo. She's not homeless and needs the shirt. She was my special friend that I had for a while. She likes margaritas and hanging out with our clothes off.
So do homeless people.
Well, but she's not homeless. No, she works in the healthcare industry. She's my ex-best friend's wife's sister.
That's not complicated.
No. That makes us close relations. Anyhow, I was...
you know, if a guy gave me a shirt, I would probably make him put it on. And then I would make him, like, do, like, a sexy photo shoot. And I would take a bunch of pictures of it before I would accept it.
Garrett, like, whoa, that's your blackmail? Like, if you want me to wear this.
No, I mean, I'd be happy, but I'd also want to have a little fun with it first, you know?
But you'd end up taking the shirt and wearing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take it eventually, but I would make, yeah. Like,
you make a bunch of motions with your hands first.
I would make some evidence, some documented evidence first.
You'd create some plausible deniability.
Yes, something like that.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, I was very excited about that because I had wanted to sleep with that chick for, like, I don't know, decades. She's about 7 years younger than me, probably. So that made her, at the time, probably 38, let's say, 37. And I was like 45 or something, 44.
She was looking good. She was looking good, those legs at least.
Right, yeah, but now, yes, she'd gotten a little bit more pudgy over the years. When she was like, 'cause I've known this chick since she was probably 17 or something, and I was 20, whatever. They're having trouble getting in. Okay.
It's probably a peer.in. It just bugs out. Like,
I'm in.
everyone I've invited. Oh, Caddy? Or Kathy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Caddy.
I'm sorry, I because we now have Kathy and Catty, or Kati.
That's Katie.
See,
It's
my name is
Kati.
Kate.
No, we have Katie and Kati now.
Who's Katie? Is Quest Katie?
Yes.
Hi, Quest. Quest Katie.
I'm giving the mic to Lone.
Oh, yeah. Or Sam or Lone.
Yeah, my phone died entirely while I was trying to upload shit. So damn to the balls. How goes it?
It goes well. How are you?
I've been better and worse. Say.
How many? What percentage of days would you say that fall into the category where you've neither been better nor worse? Like, for example, or worse.
Lately or overall?
Overall, like, how frequently do you have a new low or high?
Overall, it's god awful. It is a never-ending hellhole of misery and pain and suffering.
I see. So would you say
it's been pretty good?
Would you say, like, weekly you experience a new
overall,
low?
I'm sorry, what?
Would you say weekly you experience a new low?
Until recently, yeah. Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle of pain, misery, and suffering. It's just been that.
You need to scoot over so you can sit down.
And then you started dating
Of course.
Sabrina Hollister?
I'm sorry, what?
And that's when you started dating Sabrina Hollister?
Who the fuck is Sabrina Hollis?
No,
I
I
have no
think
idea.
that's just someone else from the channel.
I don't know who that is. And then you started dating.
Okay, so you don't
Katie?
know, so it is a new person.
Did you date Katie?
That's right, buddy. Kinda.
Okay, so did dating Katie change your negative Nancy-ness into a positive Patty?
No, it was more along the lines I was completely screwed for a very, very, very long time. And things have been progressively getting slightly better overall, bit by bit, to the point where things are nice. Things are okay.
Were you being bitten by a great white shark?
Well, no, that bitch died already.
But you were being bitten by it for at least a couple of months. I can tell. I can hear it in your voice.
Oh, no. Several years I was being bitten by that great white cunt. And you know what? I cut the brake lines, and that's why I have the ashes of my mother.
Ouch.
That's excellent. Excellent to hear.
Mike, glorious Mike. I love you, mate.
Who's Mike?
Cade.
Oh. I've never heard anybody
Yes.
call you Mike before.
My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
My bad.
It's good. It's synonymous.
I apologize, Kate. I apologize.
It doesn't matter to me. It's not like you're throwing out my last name, my social security and shit. I don't
Wild
care.
Depressed Losers?
Exactly. I would never say 55692.
Is that the title of your new album, Sabrina Hollister? Wild Depressed
Sabrina
Losers?
Hollister doesn't want to engage.
Yeah.
Hello. Wild Depressed Losers is a 16-song treatise upon my judgment of others. I'm Sabrina Hollister. I cast aspersion upon you.
What the fuck is that?
That's a blowtorch.
Wait, you're using a blowtorch to light your.
God damn it, Nathan.
Stop using people's names.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
How
I-
else would you light a bong, man?
I out a
Sorry.
spell on you?
Rob,
What does that mean?
My bad. I apologize. I'm used to dealing with.
Do you have a spell that's gay and not admitting it?
Wait, what?
I'm talking to
Well,
Sabrina
see,
Hollister.
Sabrina Hollister misspelled the word put. She meant to say I put a spell on you, but she said I out a spell on you. So
Oh.
You mean the song by Screamin' Jay Hawkins, not whoever you posted?
I'm not
Yes,
convinced. I'm not convinced that, that was a
God damn it,
misspell.
Eddie. You're on the ball. That's a good girl. I'm gonna have to pleasure you later.
Stop saying stuff like that.
My bad.
I am female, so I post female singer. Fuck.
You are a cave female, I think.
Your new name is Ugzug.
Zig. Work.
Gritowl.
No, Justine, I actually don't think I know the name.
Not the archetypal female.
Wait, no, that name sounds familiar, but no, I don't know this musician.
Nina Simone. Think Michael Bublé covered "Feeling Good."
God damn, woman.
Damn it!
Patriarchy at its worst.
Nope.
Kick
I will
Paige,
be.
she's literally like a virtuoso pianist, like jazz composer. I mean, she's fucking legendary. You should look her up.
That voice makes me
Oh,
want to hit you
wait!
with her.
Okay, Nina Simone. Okay.
Yeah,
And
no
that
shit.
was not the person you're thinking about. That was Justine Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Gosh,
Justine so far ain't bad.
don't be so rude. I think
Justine's
I don't know.
probably one of the chillest people in this channel. So
I think
Paul.
your
Okay.
friend here, whatever his name was, Load Load
Douche
Rider.
McAss.
What's your name? Quest again?
Douche McAss. You
Load
can call
Rider?
me Sam.
Huh?
You can call me Sam.
Sam. I mean, my gut says ENTP right away. That's what my gut says.
I don't know what that means.
He said Ian.
I almost said that. I almost said that as well, but I'm kind of reserved towards. What was it? God damn it, Radal. What did I say earlier? Fuck.
Grado's not here.
ESTJ.
No, he's an NE Dom, I think. I mean, I barely talked to him at all, but I would say he's an NE Dom. Hey, Sam.
Yeah?
So, regarding your mother's ashes.
Mm.
Now, I know that she asked you to put them on the real Gilligan's Island. To go find that lost island and bury them there. We both know there is no real Gilligan's Island. How did you resolve that?
Well, considering that she actually wanted them to be sprinkled on a certain flower in Montana that I desperately need to get to eventually,
Hold on.
it's a bit of a difference,
Sam?
but the concept is similar.
Hold on, Sam. Are you telling me you actually have a dead mother's ashes that want to be sprinkled someplace?
Yes,
Yes, that's the truth.
my
That's
mother is
just
dead.
that's just bad luck on my part. How old are you?
Oh, what? Did you think I was fucked with you? 31. Damn.
31? That's too young to have a dead mother. I'm sorry to hear that.
She's been dead for 16 years.
16 years, huh?
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
She's just entering her death adolescence.
Mike, stop masturbating. God damn it.
What are you doing?
He's
What are you-
being funny as hell.
What is that you're drinking there, Cade?
Genesee's probably the cheapest beer you can find. $4 for a 6-pack.
Really?
Genesee. I've never even heard of that before.
Instead of single words.
It's really.
I don't
it's,
think she
it-
understands how words work.
Who doesn't understand how words work? Sabrina Hollister?
Sabrina.
Well,
Yeah.
that's she. The reason she talks like that is because my dick's in her mouth.
Fair.
I'm seeing you on camera. I'm not saying that currently.
Well,
She's saying ha 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 ha.
you don't see what's going on underneath the
Oh,
desk.
wifey.
You don't see down here.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right. I keep a real cool composure while getting my dick sucked. Just like normal, just like any old day. Yeah, keep
Well,
going, Sabrina.
I
Right
can
there.
concur that's the best way to handle things.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The more I watch this interaction, the more I agree Sam might be an ENTP.
The only other alternative is he might be an ENFP, but his jokes tend to reflect a disregard for FI.
I keep losing track of the different.
He could be ENF.
These are your
He
ones.
could be ENF gay too. That's what Sabrina had mentioned. You could be ENF gay. I don't think he's ENF gay, but he could be.
There's no gay ever.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It can't be possible.
ENF gay doesn't refer to sexuality. It refers to ENFJs.
I'm being a cunt, sir. I'm being a cunt.
Are you an ENFJ?
Probably
you?
not.
Remember the code of ENFJ ethics. You cannot lie
No,
directly if asked
think
directly.
I think Cade had it right relatively earlier with the troll question. That went on for a while, but he did have things relatively accurately, so I have to give it to him.
Okay, well, what do you mean?
Well, we talked about the troll question, and he gave out the thing that he thought I was the most.
Which
yeah,
was-
and I've already instantiated it. I'm the worst person to ask about
Which
this.
was what? What did he think you were?
On the most.
I thought he was an
ESFP.
Yeah, ESFP.
And what did you tell him ESFPs were like that he made him go, okay, yeah, I'm like that?
Well, I thought that he was solidifying it from, okay, he's using his sensory information to solidify how he feels the situation should be utilized from. So he's saying, okay, this is how I feel, this is what's going to make all of the situations better. Then he puts his TE into effect in order to, okay, this is how I'm going to realize all these things. and then his NI creates the possibilities and all of the different frameworks and how it could manifest in different situations.
Okay. So what were your
Yeah,
answers? Hold on. What's your answer to the troll question, Sam?
It was
That's a
to
better
create
way to
several
ask
different
that.
bridges while I was desperately trying to figure out exactly how to eliminate the troll.
Wait,
and
say it again. I
eventually
missed.
discuss
Start
things
over.
with
I
the
missed the
troll.
beginning. Start over. I missed the beginning of it.
Right. My first thing was to create different bridges, and then it was to, as I'm sending mercenaries out to deal with the troll, figure out the strengths and weaknesses of said troll, and then eventually discuss things with the troll. And once I found out things with said troll, it was to, what was it?
I don't fucking know.
Really? Asshat. Once I found out the way the trolls worked, I...
How did you find out how the
ways
troll
that they
worked?
could fit.
How did you
By
find out
talking
how
to
the
the
troll
troll.
worked?
Yeah, simply talking to them.
Okay, so you did you ask the narrator, okay, can the troll do this, or did you find out by talking to the troll and the narrator was being the character of the troll?
Found out through firsthand. It was discussing things with the troll.
Okay.
And
All right,
there, yeah.
all right, cool. And did you ask the
Yeah.
troll those questions directly, or did you implement some sort of test on the troll?
Both, but I didn't really get that far with one or the other. I mostly had to just discuss things directly.
Okay.
I was a little siphoned in that, but that's
how-
fine.
how-
The overall concept was try to figure out how everyone works out to the best of their ability, and how can I use these trolls to the best of my ability.
I need to charge it, please.
Is that,
Okay.
I mean, because the question is, the troll's a problem, right? That's costing you
Kinda.
10% of your food. So, did you think about killing the troll?
I mean, kind of. Like, you originally throw people out them, to see if they can do anything. But on the most part, it was researching what the troll was, how it works, and how you can kill it while I was building bridges around it. And then it came to communication, figuring out what the troll's motivations were, and then trying to deal with those motivations.
Okay. Interesting. That doesn't sound... I mean, I don't find that particularly definitive about any given type, but it doesn't sound inconsistent with ENTP. It sounds pretty inconsistent with ESFP, because there's a lot of potentiation there and contingencies.
Well, I didn't go into a lot of details, and I was somewhat limited, so I wasn't able to go into everything that I would normally go into. It keeps going. It depends on the variables. I mean, you can't do anything unless you pay attention to the variables of the situation. Otherwise, you're never going to find an actual solution. Did that help at all?
Yeah, let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question actually.
Alright, go ahead. You ask your question.
So, Cade Caddy, you've known him in real life. So, have you seen any indicators of external sensing at all? Because you'd be able to see that in the way he behaves, right?
I don't know, like, don't ask me about it. Like, if you ask me about SC, I'm gonna talk about the times we sparred.
That was fun times. Good times.
Okay.
We're gonna have to do that again, mate. How are you doing internally, by the way?
Okay, so listen.
I'll talk to you about it later. Go on.
I'm trying to remember how this question goes. I might be getting it wrong. Hopefully I'm not. there are 3 prisoners in a jail. The third one is blind. Okay. And the jailer brings the 3 prisoners out and he says, I will let you go free if you can tell me what color hat you're wearing. Okay? Now he blindfolds the 3 prisoners and he puts on a hat. He says, each prisoner, you pull a hat from the bag. There are 5 hats in this bag. 3 red hats and 2 white hats. You each pull a hat from the bag and put it on your head. Now, if you can tell me, I'm sorry, is it 3 hats and 2 white hats, or 3 red hats and 1 white hat? I'm not.
It's 3, 2, 1, isn't it?
Let's say it's three red hats and 1 white hat. Anyway, so they each pull the hat out of the bag blindfolded and they put it on their head. Now the blind guy, he's not blindfolded because he's blind, so there's no reason to blindfold him. So then the jailer takes the blindfold off of the first guy's eyes and says, okay, you can look at your other people here, but you can't look at your own hat because it's on top of your head and you can't see it. Now, looking at the other people's hats, can you tell me what color hat you have? If you get it wrong, I'll immediately put you to death. But if you get it right, I'll let you go. However,
From my head to ground and say that I don't have a hat.
well, there's 3 people.
He didn't ask you any
There
question yet.
Doesn't matter.
Three-
That's the
Ask you a
answer.
question. Shut up.
You don't have a hat because you aren't one of the prisoners.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so the first prisoner has the blindfold removed, cannot say which hat he's wearing. The second prisoner takes off his blindfold, looks at the other 2 people, cannot say which hat he's wearing. And the third prisoner says, it doesn't matter that I'm blind, I can tell you which hat I'm wearing. What color was the hat that the blind guy was wearing?
The options were what?
Red or white?
He said that I think he said there were 4 hats, 3 red hats and 1 white hat, and there were 3 prisoners, and all tons them out of a bag randomly.
Well, I suppose that would depend on whether or not anybody got a red hat. Wouldn't it?
Okay, but there are 3 people. What are the odds? Fuck it, I don't care.
Pause, stop, hold on, this is great. Listen. Which one of these two people is the TI user? Okay? The lady is. She's a TI user.
I don't understand what that means.
And the guy is not a TI user.
I don't understand what that means. I tried to do a math question.
However,
This is even better.
You're good. You're fine.
However, Sam,
Gauge.
listen, Sam, you're an ENFP. You're not an ESFP. You're an ENFP. You've got lots of creative ideas, and you can riff with me and make jokes and stuff like an ENFP. But when I give you the question about the hats, the woman has to explain to you that no, you're not using logic, Sam. You're blah blah blah, and she explains all to you. No, there's this hat. There's 4 things.
She did that with Kingdom Hearts for 2 hours because she's a fangirl.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Let him
other than
finish.
her personal
Let
him
opinion.
finish.
Sam.
okay,
let
so
Eric-
Fine.
so lady woman.
Caddy.
Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
I've always
Introvert.
thought of myself as introverted ever since I kind of, when I was like 13 and someone was telling me a little bit about it, I was like, well, I guess I'm introverted. And everything I've ever come in contact with about that has kind of reaffirmed that, so I'm getting comfortable with that, yeah.
Alright, using your best objective self-assessment, how responsive are you to affirming words?
I like it when people are nice to me, if that's what you mean.
Well, I mean, like,
So if someone compliments me, how do I take that?
She doesn't believe them.
is that true?
Yeah.
Do you actually not believe them, or is that just
She
defensive?
doesn't.
Will you
I
shut up? Hey, Sam, you are not lady girl woman. So you don't need to respond for her. I don't need you translating between me and Lady Woman.
Fine.
Okay. Now, do you feel like,
Yeah.
let's say you do something that you're pretty proud of.
Yes.
That is not Lady Woman.
Yes, it is.
That is Sam.
That's a dude. It's not me.
No. Oh my gosh. Are you transphobic?
Ah, fucking Sabrina.
Okay, I had her muted.
Oh my gosh, you muted me?
Was that her, really? Okay. Okay, so I have Sabrina muted now, too. Okay. So, Lady Woman, what I was asking you is, basically, what was I asking? Oh, yeah. If you do something that you think is good, then, do you feel like it's not really worth anything until you put it out there for people to evaluate it and tell you, yeah, that's good, and be impressed by? Or do you think it's valuable in and of itself before you put it out there? To what extent? I mean, I should just say to what extent. You're definitely an FE user, so I'm trying to figure out where it is in the stack. My hidden agenda is, quote-unquote, to be loved, which means, basically, I like to put shit out there and have people go, oh, that's great, Eric, I like that. And I go, yeah, I feel good about myself or something. It's like that kind of metric. I'm trying to figure out where it is with you. Are you seeking somebody else to manage your FE? Or are you, or do you, feel paid off in that area as well?
I don't know. I try to make things, and I feel, and I guess when I make something and I feel proud of it myself, as soon as another person enters the picture for them to evaluate it, it's suddenly worthless.
It's worthless when they evaluate it? Is that what you're saying?
Like, I can feel proud of something that I've done, but once I present it to other people, I suddenly feel like maybe I shouldn't be proud of this.
Oh. Well, is it because of their lack of positive regard?
They are positive.
What kind of shit are you making?
Fine.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I like to write things, and I like to.
She's a badass cook.
Make music, and I like. To
She can make some of the greatest foods ever.
Sam, will you,
Fantastic.
Cade, will you shut up? Hold on. I'm talking
Sorry.
to Lady Pants. Alright.
Wait, what?
Okay, so you play music and you write. And, do you have a YouTube channel?
No,
Why not?
because I can barely handle showing my creative things to the people I care about most.
Okay. You're probably. I agree with Sabrina Hollister in this one. You're probably an INFP, but you might be an INTP.
Words, cool.
What's the answer to the hats question, lady?
Let's answer the hats question.
Yeah. What color hat was the?
Is there a right or wrong answer?
Yeah. What color hat was the blind guy wearing? How did he know?
I don't know how he would know. I tried to approach it like a math question, but I still don't have any idea how to find the answer if there is an actual answer.
Okay. Well, the first guy gets a chance to look at the other two guys' hats. Now, if either of the other two guys' hats were white, then it is two white hats. If either of the other two guys' hats were white, then he'd know for sure that his hat was red. Okay? Because he knows how many hats are in the bag. 3 red hats, 1 white hat. So,
And if the other guy looked and also didn't know,
that means he didn't see a white hat on either of the other two people. Which means that the blind guy has to be wearing a red hat. because otherwise the other people would have known they were wearing red hats.
Wasn't. Fuck. I could have figured that out if you had given me an hour or so, but I'm pretty slow.
No, the question wasn't grounded into textual reference points, so you may have lost some of the accent presented in the question.
Wait a second, is that Kaizo?
No, I am now trans.
Shut up!
You didn't know it was Kaizo.
Oh!
You took a phone call.
Oh my
and
god!
I in the background.
I didn't realize that was Kaizo, son of a bitch! You little shit!
Hi, Cade.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
What's up, Kaizo? And yeah, I'm like, I'm now derailing everything.
Alright, I
Ignore
gotta
me.
go to the store. I'm out of cigarettes and I want to get some coffee.
Yeah, I'm back in my hometown, so I've been recording some music because I have a studio here with my brother. So.
Are you talking to me?
Well, everyone. I suppose.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the store right now, and so I'll see you later.
Take it easy.